Shabbat Shalom from Temple Concord. You've seen these little blue boxes before, haven't you? I'm sure you've seen them around the synagogue or in your home. They're magical little boxes. It's an extraordinary thing. You put money in this little top slot here, and out pops trees in Israel. You ever heard of such a thing? But in fact, that's what it is. These are the old pushkis. These are the tzedakah boxes that we all grew up with, we all remember. And it's actually an interesting story. They were developed about 115 years ago, give or take. At the first Zionist Congress, Theodor Herzl himself passed a hat around to collect money to help establish the new Jewish homeland in Israel. And about 2 weeks later, they decided to craft these boxes because they didn't want to have to pass a hat around. So they created little blue tin boxes that said national homeland on them. And from then on, people would contribute to the land of Israel. Now we know they're sponsored by the JNF, the Jewish National Fund, and the JNF primarily spends this money on planting trees in the land of Israel. And if you go to Israel today, you'll see that it's a country filled with forests and trees all over the place, which is astounding because only 100 years ago it was a swampland and a desert and wasteland, and today it's a thriving green country. These boxes are important this Shabbat because this Shabbat we learn about the Jubilee year and the sabbatical year. Our tradition in the Torah explains that every 7 years we're to take a year off. So 6 years we work our fields and we plow, and on the 7th year we give the land a year of rest. It's akin to how we function day to day. 6 days we work, and the 7th day we take Shabbat. And as it happens, this year is one of those rest years. So if you were to take the money from your little pushki and donate it to the land of Israel to plant a tree, you'd get a certificate back that says a tree will be planted. And the reason it says it in those words is because this year they're not planting any trees. It's the year when they lay off of all of that. Normally, in the other 6 years, you'd get a certificate that says a tree has been planted. But this year it says a tree will be planted. We plant those trees to connect us to our connection, to connect us to Israel and to our homeland there, but also to remind ourselves that we have a responsibility to our earth, and that planting trees is something that's not just a physical act, that it's also a holy act, it's something sacred. And so our Torah portion reminds us that we have to take care of the earth, we have to plant, we have to move crops around, and we have to protect everything that's in our natural world. And it also reminds us that from time to time, that protection means taking a break. And just like you and I need a Shabbos to recharge our own batteries, to recharge our souls, to let ourselves move away from the hubbub of daily life and into a more relaxed, enjoyable surroundings, so too does our land. So if you don't have one of these pushkis, call us at the temple, we can get one for you, and keep your change in it. And when it gets to be heavy and full, this one's getting pretty close, bring it back to the temple, and we'll help you send this money off to the land of Israel, and we can plant a tree. And while we're in the sabbatical year, we'll plan to plant trees down the road, and next year and years beyond, we'll hopefully get a chance to dig in the dirt ourselves and plant the trees. For now, though, I wish you a good Shabbos. Friday evening, we have a lot going on at the temple. We have our Education Shabbat. Services will be at 6 o'clock, followed by our potluck dinner at 7:30. We'll celebrate all of our teachers and our students and all of the accomplishments that they have both achieved this year. Saturday morning, we have our services at usual at 11 a.m., preceded, of course, by Torah study and text study. Saturday evening, our film series, our synagogue, will continue with The Other Son, which is a fascinating story about two children who were switched at birth, one a Palestinian and one an Israeli. And we'll actually show the last 20 minutes or so of the Yonkels because of the projector issues we had at the last movie. And in the coming week, we have all sorts of activities and things going on. Sunday especially is going to be a busy, fun day at the temple. It's our last day of Sunday school, and we have a big carnival with a bounce house and with Gaga and lunch and lots of fun here, so I hope you can join us for that. And the coming week, all of our usual classes and things going on at the temple. For now, Shabbat Shalom. Go fill up your pushkis. Help Israel flower into the green country it needs to be and that we all need it to be. Shabbat Shalom. Look forward to seeing you at the temple.